I'm Jen. I'm the occupational therapist here at Loy. This is my 7th year in this building and my 10th year. There's a typo. I have a typo, but this is my 10th year as an occupational therapist, and I graduated from University of South Dakota.
I'm Kellie Doyle, speech-language pathologist. I graduated through Eastern Washington University over in Washington, the Spokane area. This is my 11th year as a speech-language pathologist and my 6th consecutive year at Loy.
Our goal this year is to be able to share a variety of materials in a variety of ways, such as offering video strategies, these PowerPoints that we have with us kind of popped in there in videos, current practices, topics for consideration that are current in the field and with interventions and things like that, just to be sure that we are communicating in a variety of ways to help ourselves grow.
And to support that engagement, we chose Class Dojo as our platform to share our educational materials and videos, and then to also keep that communication with you easy and consistent, because we learned from teachers that a lot of the students in our classrooms, they're already on Class Dojo. So it was a natural fit for us to choose that as well. And the other goal that we have is really to celebrate student success. We believe all students can succeed and they all grow in different ways, and that should be celebrated. We're very excited. Our plan to deliver content and these videos is to record the videos. So Kellie and I are going to meet at least once a month, and we're going to have at least one topic that we're going to highlight. And then once that video is recorded and any resources that we have are gathered up, we're going to share those resources and video onto Class Dojo for all of you to view.
Within that video that we share, there will be a specific strategy and then somehow a way for you to apply it with your child. So something that you can do on an everyday basis to support some area of growth. So with that, we would love to invite you to send us videos. So you can take a video of you and your child engaging in this strategy at home, at the park, anywhere you might be. And then if you could get that back to us by the 15th of every month, we would love to sit down together and review it and provide some feedback, some coaching assistance, see if we can brainstorm a little bit to figure out, are we on the right track? What did we struggle with? Where can we focus in and try to hone our skills just a little bit? So if that is something that you're interested in, we're absolutely willing and excited to have that as part of our process as well.
Our topics for September, we're going to talk about coaching and feedback. And then we're also going to share some new research that's come out that is about the double empathy problem, and then leave you with an idea to think about strengths and maybe new ways that we can talk about children's abilities.
So coaching, what we're really looking to do this year is kind of expand Jen and I's knowledge base. Research-based practices are showing that we want to be able to use and effectively demonstrate practices that not only include a training component, but also supporting that training. So after we've done the training, going in and providing some more hands-off coaching experiences, allowing the person that we're working with, be it a para-educator in the classroom, the classroom teacher, each other, you, opportunities to really think about what we're doing, ask questions about what we're trying to do, and really expand our abilities in all ways, in hopes that it's a better and easier way to tap into current practices, research-based strategies to provide really high quality instruction and engagement to your student in the school. And ultimately, it helps us build relationships with each other and your child, which makes everybody function better as a team.
So for this month, we wanted to share with you some new research that's come out that is about the double empathy problem. Simply put, the theory of the double empathy problem suggests that when people with very different experiences of the world interact with each other, they will struggle to empathize with each other. This is likely due to an exacerbated This is likely to be exacerbated through differences in language and comprehension. There's new research that came out that looked at the experiences of children with autism and children who don't have autism and their ability to interact in their own groups. So autistic students, non-autistic students, and then with each other. And what they found is that both the groups did very well when they were interacting with each other in their own groups. But when those groups combined, there was a communication breakdown where they just couldn't understand each other.
Understanding from a social perspective.
Correct. And so again, what we've learned is that, and what we know even as therapists, is that we all think, learn, play, experience life differently. And we plan to take this research and share it within our buildings. And we're going to share it with our teams as well, because we know that we know and we see those breakdowns happen with children who have a variety of disabilities and those who don't. And we just want to further include everyone and create a positive environment for everyone.
So here are some examples of deficit-based statements and strength-based statements. And so again, we want to reframe the way that we're talking and speaking about our students, your children. So an example might be, instead of utilizing the term low functioning, we might describe their support needs.
New information that's come out from the autistic community is actually that a lot of adults prefer to be called autistic. It's not something they want to be separate from. They are autistic. It's a difference. It's not a disability. And so you might see some of that language come out even in our own documentation, where they call this, where a person with autism is considered people first language, whereas autistic is considered identity affirming language.
Another example, instead of the term nonverbal, you might hear mostly non-speaking.
Another phrase that we hear a lot is that a child might have restricted interests. A different way to approach that would be, this child learns to saturation. This child wants to learn exactly how many different ways they can play with a toy. They might have a strong attention to detail and recognize patterns.
And another example to leave you with, instead of saying a student is rigid, you might hear us reframing our language and the way we think about students to say they form and stick to routines, something they really need. Okay, so your turn. We have a couple of ideas and takeaways for you to focus on and think about this month.
Yes. So your homework is going to be, we want you to think of your child, or if you were a teacher viewing this, think about one of your students, and can you reframe it? So can you look at, maybe again, you might have a child that has restricted interests. How can you reframe that into a strength-based perspective? And then we want you to share that with us on Class Dojo.
So reminder, recap, some feedback. So the double empathy theory, we are also going to ensure that we get this out to our building. So that's what we're going to do with the double empathy theory. We're going to talk to our teachers about it. We're going to talk to students about it. And so that we have a firm understanding of what it means to see both sides, and examples and expectations for our neurotypical peers as well. We will be doing that by creating some videos with our school counselor that are shared throughout our school building to really start kind of discussing and talking about and acknowledging this double empathy problem. So we will also share those videos with you on our Class Dojo channel as well.
Hope that cursor doesn't get in the way. Another recap is that, as you can tell, we are very new to this. So please give us grace on typos or any video glitches, anything like that. We know from a strength-based perspective, we know that we are going to get better over time, and we are excited to learn and grow with you. And so with that, please reach out to us if you're having any challenges on Class Dojo. Please share your strengths with us, and we will provide you with feedback.
We look forward to this year with you guys. We're really excited.
Very excited. Thank you.